Hi guys, it's Anne here, and today's video is the introduction for my Pan That Palette project for 2021. So what I did last year was I did pick one palette to use, and then I did sort of like a shop my stash for every month. This year for this video series, I'm just going to focus on actually two palettes for the project. I have an eyeshadow palette and I have a face palette to work on. And I'm going to do some, I think, shop my stash videos like throughout the year instead of doing it in this monthly series. So without further ado, the palette that I'm going to be working on is the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition palette. Some of you may have guessed that because I did mention that in a previous video at some point. But this palette, I felt like it's one that I've had for quite some time. I actually remember, so Carli Bybel is the first YouTuber that I watched a tutorial on. I was looking for a specific makeup look to match a dress that I was wearing for my cousin's wedding in 2015. I remember this perfectly, and I came across her video that had the eye look that I was looking for, and she was the first person I subscribed to. I don't subscribe to her now. It's not my style anymore, how about that? But this is a palette that I've had for quite some time, and I feel like I don't use it, partially because I really enjoy these two colors, specifically this pink one, and so I avoid using this palette because I don't want to finish that eyeshadow, because that's the one I normally use when I use this palette, and I gotta stop doing that, you know? Life's too short. Sometimes you just gotta finish something. I would love to find a dupe for that eyeshadow. If I ever find a dupe, I would be thrilled. If not, it's fine. Life moves on. There'll be other beautiful eyeshadows. But yeah, I avoid using this palette because I am slightly stressed about finishing some of these shadows, which I don't think I will. Like, let's be honest, I won't finish these shadows, but I get a little like stressed out thinking about it. So my goal for this project is I'm going to start working on this bottom row here, and I just want to hit pan on each shadow, and then I'm going to move on to other shadows. I know myself looking at this color story that this will be really nice to use right now. I know I might want to use this in spring, and I definitely will want to use this like purpley row in fall. And then I know I love using these colors in the summertime. So that's how I'm going to work it, is I'm going to start with this, and then as seasons change, I'm going to maybe, even if I don't hit pan on some of them, I'm going to shift to some of the other colors. That was the other reason for picking this palette. I felt like this was a good palette to use all year round. There was enough variety in it that I could use it all year round. I'm not going to really focus on these highlighters at the bottom. Like, I'm just not really concerned about them at all. They're nice. So like, that's one thing that BH Cosmetics does really well. They do really, really good shimmers. Like, these are very creamy shimmers. Like, even the highlighters are very creamy. However, similar to my Project Pan, for these ones in the bottom, there's a bit of embossing. You can't really see it in the light shades, but there's an embossing on the bottom shades. Hopefully they'll show up in the close-up picture. I'm gonna try and just wear that embossing away. That's kind of all I care about. And then we'll see at the end of the year. I don't know if I'll keep this palette. I might, like I said, depot a couple of things, like I've said in other palettes. Like, I really do like this shade, so I doubt I will finish this, so I might depot that one. But yeah, this is a palette that I feel like once I have my use out of it this year, I will be okay with saying goodbye to it. And I am wearing that bottom row on my eyes today. Again, like a nice light, easy look. Like, I feel like it's a nice, easy, everyday type palette. So again, it will be easy to use, I hope. And then the face palette I'm starting with is the IBY Highlight and Contour palette. Again, I feel like this will be okay and not conflict too much with what's in my Project Pan. I am going to be focusing on this shade right here. This is the contour shade, the lightest contour shade. And again, I'm going to focus on hitting pan on this. I don't think I'm going to really focus on using these right now. I do have that powder in my Project Pan, but we'll see. The one that I think I will have the hardest time using and probably won't get much use out of is this one in the middle, and I think that's okay with me if I don't hit pan on this one. It's sort of a yellow based color. So that's it. That's the introduction to my Pan That palette for 2021. If you like the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up down below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye!